I gotta go make an A-Class Land Rover. Suppose it'll have to be a Land Rover Defend. Well, actually no, it's A-Class. I can do this one. I could do the Sport. You know what? I think I will. Oh god, this has a preset. That didn't... Wow, that doesn't really change much on that preset. But I'll start with it. I'll definitely start with this because I only have to go. It still leaves a little bit of leeway to mess around with it. Ah, now come on. We need the Wang. Game. Why is the Wang not part of the defaults? And yeah, the lights. Of course, we need the lights because why would we not have lights? I hope it put brakes in this thing. It did not put brakes in this thing. Put brakes in this thing, please. Right, there we go. A-Class Land Rover. Now we can go get the Rover. Yeah, we have to do 2 more things, obviously. Find gaudy paint scheme as always. Where are the gaudy paint schemes, lad? Did someone get something banned here? I don't know. Lads, where's the gaudy paint schemes? Come on. Where's the gaudy paint schemes at? You disappoint me, community. Thankfully, it's not 10 gears, so it's not gonna wreck my head. Like all the other 10 gear things. Wow, I barely even felt that roundabout. Is this really what it's like to drive a Land Rover in real life, or a Range Rover in real life? That you're just kind of... You could drive over anything and you won't feel it. Like, especially if, you know, if you're like this... Well, we don't really call them soccer moms over here. If you're, you know, the mom who drives their kid to school in an SUV, could you just, like, plow over half of the pedestrians and not feel a thing because this thing has so much suspension travel? Because seriously, these bumps are nothing for this. Seriously feel like I could end up being a douchey SUV mom who has to pick up her kids and drive them to and from things like trombone practice and maybe Gaelic training. Ooh, yeah, okay, that's short first gear. Gotta remember that. That's a short first gear. Also, is it just me or is this in a field of Range Rovers? Oh god, it's the school run. It's definitely the school run going on right now. Ah, no, my kid is going to get signed in first. I don't care what the rest of you think. My kid is signing in first. Why are you braking there? Why did you brake there, AI, please? Oh, AI, why are you so stupid? Yeah, fuck it. Just gonna go this way. Maybe it wasn't a good idea. This one AI just constantly does not want to let me pass. It's still hitting me up the side. Come on, like... That is one desperate parent. Oh, come on. Come on. We are getting there. We are going to be the first arriving at school. Don't you question my decisions there, young... Actually, I don't know. What would my kid be called? Don't you question my decisions. This is a blood feud. You'll find out why when you're older. At least I didn't take the goal down, but the rest did. Obviously, the kids in all of those other Range Rovers don't go to football practice. You know what? Actually, yeah, that probably makes more sense. They're probably like rugby moms back there. Oh yeah, I don't need to press it. This is multiplayer. They're probably all rugby moms. Yeah, this is an entire field of Range Rovers. Now that we've dropped the kids off at school, it's time for, you know, it's time to do the messages and all that and get all the, you know, pick up the dinner, do all those other things that I guess stay-at-home parents do while the kids are in school, except now we have to do it against all of the other parents. We need to get it, you know, we need to be first into all of these stores so that we're not standing around in the queue behind all of the other parents, so we must beat them to it. Oh. Getting the argy-bargy out, are we? No, I'm picking up the dry cleaning first. It is my dress that will be taken off the rails first. Oh, look at Jacinta up there. Look at her. Let's look at her. Flaunting away. Thinking she's gonna get the last bloody round roast, eh? Got another bloody thing coming. Come here. I'm getting that round roast. You're gonna be stuck with the offcuts. I might have to go back and get Patricia to come in and help me, and we can double team her. Whoa! Have fun with that. You got benched. Whoa! And I got understeered. Blah. Well, at least I was able to hold up everyone else. Oh, hey, look, here's Patricia. Oh, what? Now that I'm taking the lead, now the alliance is off. Is that it, eh? Typical. You know, I never liked her, considering, you know, my kid had to go around getting sponsorship for the, you know, for that, whatever that thing was that they were doing on the football pitch for bloody ages. You know, Patricia, she gave her like €1, and everyone else was like chipping in with 5s and 10s. But no, Patricia was a cheapskate. Probably makes sense she's trying to get to the butcher's first. She can get the cheap roast. The cheap, you know, the one cheap roast that he does that's good quality, but he actually is, you know, pay the same for it as you would for the really crappy ones. She clearly wants that. She's that much of a cheapskate. I'm gonna get it first. This whole bloody thing is turning into an episode of Corrie, I think. Actually, no, it's not Corrie, it's Emmerdale. Emmerdale's the only place where they have SUVs, I think. Where they, you know, yeah, Emmerdale's the only one where they often use SUVs. Because if it's Corrie, they take the tram or the taxi. And if it's EastEnders, they just take the tube. Yeah, this is definitely an episode of Emmerdale going on right now. I suppose since we have enough of a gap back, maybe, you know, seeing as this is an episode of Emmerdale, now we have enough of a gap to the people behind us, I guess maybe we could go, you know, commit a murder in the meantime, because, you know, it's a soap. We have to kill someone. Yeah, we got plenty of time, so we'll go to the butchers, go to the dry cleaners, get all the stuff, and then we'll commit a murder at some point in the meantime. And we'll be done all in perfect time to go pick up the kids at school. Bloody council leaving all of their shite lying around. Seriously, it's like they're taking up this bloody road every other week. And there we go. Huzzah, success. I've done all the errands first and acquired the cheap meat. All the other parents are just gonna have to, you know, stand in lines and deal with the cheap cuts for dinner, which their kids are going to hate because it's full of fat and they don't like the fat. They're still gonna have to spend another, what, half an hour, I think, cutting all the fat out. Ha! Sucks to be them. Now we gotta go to the third and final and probably most important one, where we pick the kids up from school. We have to, you know, drive them home in a massive hurry, throw them into the house, throw them up into their room and into their wardrobe so that they get changed for football practice or whatever shite it is they do, or pick up their instruments and all that. And we gotta drop them back to the clubhouse and the music hall and all that so that they can actually do their stuff. And then we drive over to the cafe and have tea. Alright, we go grab the kids, bring them home, get them changed, get their equipment, drop them off, go to the cafe. You do this all before all the seats are taken and all the good sandwiches are sold out. Or they run out of that good loose leaf tea. We have to deal with tea bags instead. Oh, look. Barbara's here as well as Jacinta and Patricia. You know, I never liked Barbara, especially, you know, she decided to, you know, she named her kid Princess. Whoa, bloody hell. Yeah, dirty tactics already. Oh, look, it's Margaret. It's Margaret up front. Her and her bloody twin brats. They just never shut up. And she always like, just, yeah. She's always spoiling them, so they never understand the values of getting, you know, properly rewarded for good behavior and good deeds and all that. No, they just expect it constantly. Almost like, considering, you know, she married into that rich family, so she never had to work a day in her life. Like, she'd understand the value of money. And yet, despite all that money, you know, she just saw what everyone else at the school owned, what all the other parents at the school owned, decided to buy the same. But no, oh, bloody Christ! But no, she had to go for the luxury option with all of the added extras, just to spice us, just to show off. But no, just because she can afford, you know, the best equipment for her children doesn't mean they're any good. They're bloody useless. Just like her, she's bloody useless at doing anything. And yet, despite how talentless and useless she is, she always gets picked over me. You know, everyone always defers to her opinion, like she's a goddess. Yeah, well, you can eat this goddess, you can eat that shite jam sandwich that the calf has left, because I've ate the good shit. And that's what it would be like, I think, if Forza Horizon was an episode of Emmerdale. Some crazy storyline like that. And that would fit, and that would be one episode. Guys, no wonder the writers have... It's no wonder the writing is shite these days, because they're basically rehashing the same thing every, like, 2.5 years. And all that for a Rover. Bloody hell. That was probably the most effort I ever put in getting a car. Oh dear.